No.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello.
Hi, hey!
Bastard's a strange one to start on.
Yeah, and I do not remember this zombie spawn in the beginning at any point. What the hell?
Nice. I wanted to start with elements map, but then I realized
Admins are on.
That is crap. That one in the right
no,
line should never want to play it.
then you'd complain. You know, I was like, oh fuck it, let's go with best.
Since when has Mudger's complaints ever stopped you before?
I don't know.
A lot of times, actually.
So I finally got into playing the Medieval DLC that I bought like a year ago, but I kept delaying it for other stupid reasons. Really impressed with the level design, very impressed with the level design.
Very.
It's very Source-like, lots of arches. Actually, so many arches that it would make the Source engine cry, but it's in Unreal, so
Then it's not Source-like.
Source-like games.
It looks like it could have been made in Source.
Help me! No! No!
I think the only Source-like game is Echoes of the Void, cause it sounds like Source and feels like Source, programmed like Source, but it's Unreal game.
Oh well, it plays
So,
like
yeah.
Quake, but the level design, the way everything's done, it feels very Sourcey. It's all very precision geometry and stuff.
We live in a hello, Aldous. We live in a timeline where Source-like games exist. Or whatever.
Sorry, it's
kind
like
of
the new roguelike.
I feel it's an oxymoron to call source maps or source-looking maps precise, because I've seen some. Because if there's like poorly made source maps, it's anything but precise. Everything's out of alignment. It's like, oh my god, why have you done this?
I remember I looked at fucking whenever I do like decompile an old zombie master map and look at it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, did the grid like fucking kill this guy's mother and rape his father or some shit? Like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, so the level design in the Medieval looks very on-grid then.
I'm talking to you, by the way.
What? I wanted to ask, are you talking about Black Mesa?
I was just looking at Death Run, and I'm just like, what the why is this not, like, what? Why?
Without the gird. Which map was made without the gird?
Death Run was apparently. What, was the grid invented like sometime after the Source engine came out?
Gird is an archaic English term that means chains or enslavement.
Nice.
Slavery.
Gird your loins, men. It's time for war.
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
I don't exactly remember how one does gird one's loins, but
I think
it's
it
definitely
actually involves a dress, actually.
It's like tying it up in a way where it won't get in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it actually means.
Yeah.
So it's actually something you would only really say to a woman, but, like...
You say that as if, like, throughout the history of the world, men haven't also worn, like, long, flowy outfits for a lot of history. Like, Romans were really big on that kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Traditional, like, Scottish wear is a...
Yeah, Scottish.
You might well gird your loins.
A kilt doesn't need to be girded, like... A kilt is short enough that it doesn't really matter.
What if you're wearing a very long, flowy kilt?
What was the name of your last map, Mob?
Hello.
Railroaded. We've got a new version uploaded.
It might not be on the map
doesn't-
list
Is
yet.
that meant to rhyme?
Yeah, it might only appear next time. No, it wasn't meant to rhyme, but you know, it did. It doesn't really change much, but
It just fixed
it
a few
just
things.
fixes some of the things that people called out. Fixed a few bugs. You'll be happy to hear, I know too much, that once the power cells have been used for a thing, they turn red now. Are you happy? Are you happy?
Yay!
So I know too much. Did you see you compiled before I left?
Fucking Death Run, I think.
My
all
condolences.
Yeah. I don't fucking remember. Did I get Banshee and Psycho mixed up again?
Maybe. I've got some.
Yeah, I probably did.
I've got some old maps I made when I was a teenager for Unreal Tournament, where I was just fucking around with it, and I'm sure that the geometry on those is terrifying.
I remember I was asking you about them, and you answered that you don't have that PC near you. Have you reached out to
I think
that
I've got
PC?
copies of most of the maps these days. I think I did manage to
nice,
get them
nice.
from home. It was an old family PC. But yeah, they're not good. But, you know, it was sort of very much just me learning how to use Unreal Ed back in the day. Unreal Ed 1, mind you.
Oh wow, nice. I'm really nice.
Well, actually, it might have, no, it was for Unreal Engine 1. It might, I have a feeling that might have been Unreal Ed 2. I think the versions were off slightly. But it was
What?
for Unreal Engine 1.
The engine that 04 used?
That was Unreal Engine 2. That was which was also the engine, if I remember correctly, that BioShock used. Yep. Well, yeah, BioShock was sort of 2.5, so sort of heavily modified.
Weird, I thought that they use, 3. But yeah.
3 wasn't out when BioShock came out. You got to remember, BioShock was like a really early game on the 360 and PS3 generation. At least it was when it came out on the 360. It came out a lot later on the PS3.
Well, magic happens, like Vampire the Masquerade were released like a week before Half-Life 2, but on Source or some shit,
Oh yeah. Oh,
that was a
was really
Source-like
interesting
game.
one as well. Because when
Source like, yeah. No, that was Source.
when it first, I think when Unreal Engine 3 first came out, I remember it having a lot of performance issues, but then it became, I think, genuinely one of the most scalable and well-performing engines in the history of gaming, Unreal Engine 3, by the time they were done with it.
By the way, you guys see Arkham Knight from 2015? It uses Unreal Engine 3, and it looks better than fucking Suicide Squad.
However,
Totally.
that is after a long time.
Release.
I was going to say, that was after a long period of patches. They spent a long time with that game being barely functional. Remember, they had to take the PC version off sale because it was actually non-functional.
Which was this? I missed the start of this.
Arkham Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Very rarely, I think, do companies actually remove games from sale. I mean, except Concord.
Before it was fashionable.
Cyberpunk.
I like that we talked about Concord last time, and now it's dead. We had a very brief window where we could talk about that game as if it was current.
Speed run.
So they DM'd the 80 players to tell them.
It cost a lot more than that.
I think it was quite much longer than that game.
Exactly, Behes, exactly. Also, I will say, people mentioned about Deadlocked, Valve's game, and it's Valve's thing, and people were referring to it last time as like a hero shooter. It's like, it's a fucking MOBA. Why aren't people clearer about it being a MOBA?
MOBA hero shooters.
You guys kept bringing it up as if it's a hero shooter, and it's a fucking MOBA.
halfway point between the two?
Well, Well, then so's. What do you mean? Like, it's just a third-person MOBA because, like, what aspect of it makes it a hero shooter specific?
I don't know. I've never played
Everything else about it is.
I don't even know what a MOBA is.
Psycho, tell the best acronym
That sort of thing.
It's because we've had so many hero shooters, nobody remembers any other game exists.
Oh, really?
But yeah, like, genuinely, like, yes, Smite. It is very similar to that, except there is some shooting, but it's like hero shooter means something very different. Like hero shooter is sort of MOBA mechanics transplanted into
This'll do nicely.
a normal first-person shooter environment, whereas if you've just got essentially it's just a MOBA but you play in third person and you attack with skill shots, that's just a third-person MOBA. Like, anyone describing that as a hero shooter is bad at describing things.
You guys remember Monday Night Combat? It was also a third-person shooter.
I do remember that. Well, no, Monday Night Combat wasn't. Super Monday Night Combat was.
Oh, okay. The first one was what? Tower defense or?
Monday Night Combat was just was more of a like proto. It was more of like a TF2 like the original Monday
absolutely.
Night Combat, and then Super Monday Night Combat turned it into a third-person MOBA type game.
I liked it. I played a ton of it.
I played the original Monday Night Combat more than I played Super Monday Night Combat, and sort of a different sense of humour to TF2. It was a bit more sort of in vogue of the sort of lol so random humour of the time.
Borderlands.
You could eat churros to restore your health.
No, by the way,
and such things.
I bought Monday Night Combat only to get the special miscs for TF2, and guess what? I ended up playing hours upon hours of Monday Night Combat, and I did not unlock any single TF2 bonus, which is now pretty rare.
It was a pretty fun game. I enjoyed it for a little period of time. Also, to give an idea of the real sort of period piece it was, I'm pretty sure they had some stuff in it which was a penny arcade reference. So, that tells you the real era of the internet.
Fruit
Yeah, I
Robot,
remember
the Fruit
Penny
Robot.
Arcades.
The Fruit Fucker, that's right.
Penny Arcades
But yeah,
still-
Deadlock, last time we had a lot of knee-jerk opinions on here, and I was like, well, I haven't played it, so I'll hold back. And it seems like I was correct to do that, because people seem to be enjoying it. Would you look at that? Valve has made a game that people like to play. They do that
You're not allowed to
sometimes.
like games.
Well, I tried it maybe for 15 minutes and
People
But it
enjoy
wasn't the game that I wanted.
Yeah, well, it's not a card game, and it's not a hero shooter. So, and it's not a battle royale. So it's not like they're trying to cash in on things. MOBAs have been a stagnant genre for years. So frankly, if they manage to make one that people like, then more power to them. So yeah, I mean that's the Valve way. They don't bother to reveal things because why should you?
They just print money with their store anyway, so what's the point?
MOBAs are stagnant, designed by, like they're made that way. Just make it.
Oh yeah, well because if it's
out of it.
but Deadlock is kind of interesting because I think it has 4 lanes, not 3. It's a crazy new concept, guys.
Well, yeah, if they wanted 3 lanes, just play Dota. Duh.
In MOBA games, lanes are the areas by which minions automatically move down the map in order to sort of try and attack the enemy minions and their towers. Generally, you want at least one person per lane in order to make sure that there is someone supervising the minions and also, trying to advance that lane and fighting the opposing person on the other lane. If the lane is uncontested, a lot more progress can be made by the opposing side. The towers in MOBAs are generally highly resistant to the attacks of players, or at least very powerful against players, meaning that players have to bring a meat shield of minions to either weaken the tower in some MOBAs, or to just generally just take the shots for them, because the towers will always prefer to attack the minions if they enter the range first. This means that players cannot advance without minion support, and so killing minions is a good way to stop an advance.
Okay.
And so on and so forth.
Psycho, please explain that acronym because not everyone knows.
As if I remember it, isn't it like some Ian of Strife styled?
That's the first time I've ever seen somebody die to that trap.
On the side or some sides.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, MOBA is a very poor description of what MOBAs actually are. Because if you hear multiplayer online battle arena, you don't think of single character real-time strategy game, which is mostly about position.
Wasn't that time entirely made up by the League of Legends devs to try and get away from the Dota clone kind of label?
Maybe. It fucking worked.
You know, I won't be surprised.
It worked, if that is the case.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I have very little interest in playing a MOBA. I don't know if Deadlock will be better or worse, but MOBAs in general are one of those types of games that's ruined by the people. Like, the people who play it, after a certain point and after a certain level, you just end up playing with people who are very,
What the fuck?
The fuck just happened?
let's say.
Did you barrel rub?
No, I just...
Source physics happened.
You just what? Well, you've just admitted it was your fault.
No, I just fucking jumped on that, you know.
Well, the good news is there are again rumors about Half-Life 3, right?
There are rumors about
Half-Life 3. It's irrelevant.
Yes.
Utterly
Goodwill
irrelevant.
has increased the release time.
I
by
will
6
get excited about it when it comes out, is my stance on Half-Life 3 or any sort of like continued Half-Life.
Yes.
So never.
My excitement ended around 15 years ago, you know.
Actually, let's move on to that, Sherlock. Risk of Rain 2. Gearbox is such a bad games company that they didn't just manage to make bad games. They managed to take a game that was already good and make it shit.
What? Apparently they've fixed some of the major bugs with that release already, and the dev team assigned to this does seem to actually want to make it right. So.
For context, essentially what they did is they released an update that, number one, broke large aspects of the game, whether you had the new DLC or not, because it was an update with the DLC that just broke a bunch of stuff in the game. A bunch of the stuff in the new DLC was broken. When I say that it broke parts of the game, I'm talking about it made a whole bunch of stuff that previously was not bound to the frame rate in terms of logic. So if you were playing at more than 60 frames per second, stuff would just stop working properly. This stuff was
We're talking about
before,
things like
but
the
they
rate at which
managed to break
enemies
it.
would fire and the rate at which the game would spawn enemies.
How the hell do you go from not being bound to frame rate to being bound to the frame rate?
I think the exact underlying cause of this was that they were trying to harmonize the console and PC versions of the game, and the way that they did that was by porting the console version of the game to PC. In the process, broke a lot of shit.
And they destroyed the original PC version of the game.
I wanted to mention, probably some console-related shit. Yeah, Moji pretty much answered.
And here's the other thing then, and not just that, apparently the changes to the code base make it such a fucking mess that half the modding community resigned on the spot, and the other half have basically dedicated themselves to making a downgrader so that they can just keep making mods for the old version.
I mean, last time I checked, I thought there was someone was saying, yeah, okay, it's been like a week now, and of my X number of mods I had equipped, I've got 95% of them have been updated to work now.
I would say that was what happened initially. I think if they fix some of the major problems, it's made it less bad now then. But I know that initially there were a lot of modders that just went, oh, fuck this. I mean, not quite GTA San Andreas moments on Vine. They didn't, remove music that was already in the game with an update, like with GTA games. I hate that. Don't do that.
Same.
If you want to, remove it from all subsequent copies of the game that are going to be sold, sure. But, make it like a new branch that now new players have to download that has different music in it. Don't take it away from people who've already bought the game.
Don't patch my game and take out the Michael Jackson music or something. Don't do that.
GTA 4 did that on the PC, didn't they? They
Yeah,
removed
but they
radio
removed
station.
everything from the Russian radio station.
But I already owned the game when it came out, and when them
Ukraine
copyright
moment.
things were relevant.
You paid that license fee.
So, yeah.
Yo.
But the thing is, though, is that Charlotte, I can still be annoyed about this because that didn't used to happen. Let's not go to Railroaded B1, please. Over to B2.
Yeah, change it, please.
I'm gonna do it. Oh, there we go. Mod just doing it. He's should have some bugs fixed.
Would there be less gas?
Less gas?
Or whatever it was. Or smoke. It was like one of the...
I've tried to fix the persistent smoke. Yes, that is something I've tried to fix.
Mob, you won't believe this. I instinctively went for the revolver thinking I spawned with one, but I actually spawned with a pistol.
It was kind of like saying we don't
Yes,
go
this
to
is my new
Reborn.
map. Yeah, what I was going to say, Sherlock, is that, you know, it's magic. But yeah, what I was going to say is that, you know, it used to be that when you bought a game, you know, they wouldn't remove the music from the game you already bought. And that's what I have a problem with.
Yep.
Yes, but if the license was there for the game, like if they didn't update the game in a lot of these circumstances, they didn't seem to have, you know, had to do it. They normally do these patches with a bunch of other things. Also, why is there such a thing as a license where it's fine for it to be released with that game now, but later on we have to remove it? That's not okay.
It's cheaper.
Because
They shouldn't be allowed to do it, is what I'm saying. That shouldn't be a valid form of license for a thing. You shouldn't be able to go in and make something I already own worse. That is not ownership.
Tank 1 down a lot.
but if you read the EULA...
Tank 2 up a lot. Okay, we're going on Tank 1 here.
Only
Now
one
we're going
to
up
the
still.
book section,
Okay,
not the
testing.
entire website.
So Tank 2 up a little bit, up a little bit.
Well, yes, they haven't shut down the entire website, just 5,000 books. But it creates
Oh, we gotta get out.
setting because they still want to.
We gotta get out. Oh no!
That's
oh no!
Oh my god.
We've got like 30 seconds to get out of here.
Jesus.
I made it.
I think the zombies
Oh, God.
are to get
Oh,
out.
God.
HP.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Yes!
That was close.
I'm gonna live!
Oh, Corpus, and with a second to spare.
I think it cuts it short if he's the last person out.
Yeah, if everyone gets out, it just cuts it short. Shoot the train!
Why you gotta ruin the moment?
Watch out.
No, requesting for radio with Unreal Tournament music in your next version of this map.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh no!
Incoming.
Dude.
Shooting virtual missiles.
Okay, it's at least 70% dead.
I think you're 70% dead.
That is also true. Yes, we got it! Fuck yeah!
No, Mop is 65% dead.
Oh, okay.
I'm a... Ouch.
Oh shit!
radio killed me, I think.
Now the radio was on the floor back here. I don't know what got you, but it wasn't the radio. Okay.
I thought video killed the radio star.
Haha. Oh god.
A few zombies.
Just a few.
Great job.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's actually where you didn't want to go.
Train!
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Jesus!
I have to reload. See you in a minute.
I know too much. You really gasped with that horde of zombies in the pressure room.
Yeah, I did not expect that to work as well as it did.
It really works.
Come on.
Where's the other battery?
There's a couple more batteries, but the most obvious one is in the power cell storage, so Gun Guy's got it.
Is the red battery in Shivan?
Yeah.
Make sure you bring that third one with you.
Nice particle effects.
It's not bad.
Excuse me, Mob, but
Remember, there's no way to
door-
jump over the sign. You have to go backwards.
Yeah, you have to go under it or go back.
Back.
You have to basically get to the end or run back. Like,
Excuse me, Mob, but this door thing beside the two ladders looks like Goatsy.
Huh?
What?
The door, the broken door.
I think I think the problem here is you.
I'm going to stand by my statement of, okay.
Where exactly are you looking?
Next match, I'm gonna show you.
I know the bit you're talking about, but I think that mostly exists in your mind. Okay, I may need to try and work on that because people seem to have a lot of trouble with that welder.
I guess I guess we can thank Psycho for his section map for that.
Guess you can call
Not
Goatsy a
open.
door.
It's closed, actually. It's broken.
Life has many doors, that boy.
Many big
He's talking about that door after laser blasted.
Yes,
Yeah,
after
the one
laser
that's
blast.
got like a load of metal slammed into it. That's
Yes,
sort of,
exactly.
you know,
I didn't know
pushed
how to
in.
describe
That
it.
doesn't look
You're
like
not
Goatsy.
making it better with saying a load slammed into it.
I stand by what I said,
Yeah.
okay? I think the problem is with you.
With me?
Can't see that.
What?
Yes.
Well, surely it's with Zombine.
This is, oh, sorry, I don't know why I said gay.
This is always playing a game.
It was
just asking, it's
complete
just that, you know,
bullshit,
really,
so it
you
was
just
one
have
of
a
you two,
problem
and I
with
wasn't
gay.
paying attention.
No, I thought by getting the secret battery.
Wait, me? Shelly,
give us a
you
chance
got
to
me
win.
now.
To be fair, it gave you more of a chance. It's just the
Oh, it just
you
gave
know,
me false hope, is what it did.
My God,
You at least time it nicely, because most people just activate it immediately without realizing that it only lasts for a little bit.
you could do that.
Yeah, that's immolators. They do make a lot of smoke.
Reminder that I didn't make Dildo Mobile and Sex Shop map.
Oh yeah, you can't just hang out on the booth and the pressure tank forever now. It's your crap PC mostly, but I will say that the map in general is a bit intensive in places because of the skybox stuff. Also, Skull, you will notice these trusses. They now actually have internal sides. I fixed them for you.
Trusses?
Tank 2 needs to go up a little bit. What does Tank 1 need to do? Oh! There's Steam's still on in this room, okay. That's weird. Yeah, what does
Only on that
one
water
need to
side
do?
on this one that I'm looking at.
Tank will need to be all the way down.
Okay, we need to go down a lot. I don't know, it needs to be orange. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to him. Tank 2 needs to go up a bit.
Sorry, I got... Oh, fuck.
Tank 2's good.
Okay, so tank 1 is... So tank 2 is good, let's try tank 1. What's tank 2?
Tank 2 is...
So what's tank 1?
green.
Tank 1. Tank 1?
I'm sorry.
It's a bit lower. Tank 1 a bit
Yeah, a
lower.
little lower.
Okay, you did need to go all the way to the bottom, but that's, pure luck. I think that you got the... Yes, let's get out of it.
I see the trusses that you did. Unfortunately,
Yes.
there are more.
Yeah, well, I fixed the ones that were inside here, and they're the ones that I noticed. Are you happy?
Yeah,
We're never going to manage to bring the radio to the end, are we?
What? Does something happen if
Where
you do?
is the radio? Oh,
Back
it
there
was lost
somewhere,
forever.
presumably.
It's
Secret
lost
ending?
forever, yeah. Nah, it just plays different music for the holdout section.
Drifter, shoot the drifters.
We got it!
That was easy.
Watch out.
If everyone manages to focus fire, it's not too bad.
That and everyone's still alive, or they were until I.
Well,
until
that
a moment
doesn't
ago.
matter too much because it does scale with people, but its health does cap, I think, 12 people's worth. So I think that it is easier if you manage to keep the whole team alive.
This tray thing gives you a
Get
good
the thing
view
in the
of whole
charger.
map.
I wanted to ask, what would be if you won't break this box?
It just won't work.
Watch out.
Yeah, it just won't function.
It's like that one laser cannon in Half-Life 1/Black Mesa. If you have an object in front of it, like a shield, it won't hit through it, but if you remove it, it'll go through a lot of things. So kind of same.
Okay, got the
principle here.
battery.
This beam won't go through wood, but it'll go through a metal door like a hot knife through butter.
Maybe it just has a safety switch on it. Oh, that's got two wiggles than I expected.
It's a big explosion.
I saw
There's the metal goat sheet. There,
the sparks go off the door. That
There
was
is no metal goatee.
The metal goat. Fucking metal.
Oh god, oh god!
Listen to Zambine wisdom.
Help! Ah!
It's okay, your battery won't be forgotten.
I got it. Just cover me. Put the battery in place if you have to.
Wait until the opportune moment, though.
Add some like graffitied hands on either side. I gotcha.
The fuck just happened to Sherlock?
Probably got caught by the... What's his name? The ticket man.
I don't think he needs a battery.
Oh,
The ticket man, please.
His ticket got punched.
License man.
Yeah, there isn't a fancy new ending yet. I'm working on trying to, gather enough mana to make that function.
make it a cliffhanger,
don't see
anything
him.
like you approach a bridge that's broken.
Yeah, maybe the enemy train comes back and then it jumps onto the tracks in front of your train and then it's like dropping stuff and you gotta shoot it before it hits you.
Maybe you call for an helicopter and then escape through helicopter, you know? Would be fun.
Well, right now you just detach the front of the train, and my plan was to try and do some crazy bullshit to make the train actually pull away, but crazy skybox bullshit is difficult to do when you're already doing a lot of crazy skybox bullshit.
It sounds like you've done like 85% of the necessary work to get that to work, though.
I got it working to a degree, but it's whether it'll look good or not. We'll find out. Next time,
like
maybe
an
not
area
next
portal
time.
or something.
Yeah, I'm doing some crazy area portal bullshit, pretty much.
Can't stop now.
This
So,
map
like,
is
when
just basically skybox fuckery and trains the map. Like, everything complicated in this map almost is a train. This crane is not, but it's one of the only things that isn't. Oh, that's a good point, Sherlock. Maybe the radio should play Unidentified Flying Scotsman instead.
I have a request for radio. Add a chance for, Unreal Tournament 1 music train.
And a chance for Unreal Tournament music and a chance for it to play Unidentified Flying Scotsman.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but what's an Unidentified Flying Scotsman?
It's a track from OpenTTD. It's just a very funky MIDI track. Tank 2 needs to go way up. What does Tank 1 need to do?
I think I know.
One needs to go way down.
Way down.
I think I know what song you're talking about. I just didn't know its name until now.
What does Tank 1? Tank 2 still needs to go way up. Tank 2 needs to go a little bit up. What does Tank 1 need to do?
Way up. Sorry, a little bit down. Little bit down.
Little bit down. Okay. So
This one was completely full.
that's at the bottom again. I'm a bit worried, but I'm pretty sure I fixed that fucking bug.
This one was all the way at the top, and that one was all the way at the bottom. Let's remember that.
That can happen.
Why is that not a Towers of Hanoi puzzle?
The radio got further than last time.
Where is the radio?
It's here.
Nice with us.
That should
I can hear it.
be a Towers of Hanoi puzzle.
No, we would ever finish the map.
Fuck you.
I just remember in one of the DLCs for Mass Effect 3, and you go into this arcade, and there's just this big, like, wall-sized game of just Towers of Hanoi.
Fun fact, if you stand at the edges, you are strictly to be targeted by the train, but, it's not like a huge difference in chance. It's just due to the jank way I put it together.
There's a big
just a fucking
there's a trigger flying backwards and forwards across this area.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
kinda
trigger that
scans
just
it, and then
violently vibrates back and forth.
No, Mom, this technically counts as Ox on a train, except it's not a CM trap.
Ow.
Yeah, so this is how the boss normally goes. Like, it thins out the players.
Ow.
Thins out the undesirables. What if the probability of hit is actually dependent on whether you bought a train ticket or not?
And that would be the way to go. Please die, train. Oh, thank God. I don't know if we're finished at this one, boys.
Need your passport, Dr. Freeman. I mean, you got gun
guys. I'd give it a 50-50.
No suit, bro.
No!
This doesn't
Yeah, I
look
was
good.
spectating you.
Yeah, they're not gonna
The
make it.
radio, it was important. You have to understand. Yeah, Yes, Sherlock. A map pack. Or just a map that's just ZMR
I fucked
Hulk
up.
Transit. Where it's just a Hulk Transit depot.
Well, we can have more transport maps, you know. You can nominate them.
What about an
was
airplane
transport
team map? What do you guys think of a plane team map? We already have Zeppelin. What about it?
I
was
would have similar problems to this map would have had if I didn't make it a double width train, which is that planes are quite cramped.
Make it an
That's the
insanely
problem
large
that,
plane.
that's the problem that ZM_Hiddenberg has.
Make it a big ass.
My club from Call of Duty 4.
Prevent
Remember,
planes
I
from
was
hitting twin towers,
fiddling
you know?
around with the idea.
That would be idea for map.
I was kind of fiddling around with the idea of having like a gigantic plane map where like the wings had like cabins in them and shit like that. Hang on, in Hindenburg, are the little like are the little biplanes attacking you? Are Hulks piloting them?
I thought the Banshees were piloting.
You should fix that.
Yep.
Okay, tank 2 down a lot.
Okay.
Is it going
Tank
to
2
be all
down
the
a
way
lot.
down on both sides?
Tank 1
Down a little
up
bit.
a lot.
Down a little bit, tank 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the way at the bottom of tank 2. Alright.
Yeah, there should be a Hulk on it. There should be a Hulk in a biplane, and that would make.
Okay, tank 1 needs to go up a little.
So now that one is all the way at the bottom, and this one appears to be nearly at the top. It wasn't quite at the top.
Yeah, well, there should be like a special one that the ZM can do once they get like to a certain point. That's just a Hulk in one, and it's like way more powerful.
A Hulk in one of the pressure tanks.
No, a Hulk in a biplane.
I know, I'm just being a dick.
He is,
Hurry
as
up,
they say in
Hulks, get out of
those
there.
mafia films, he is busting your balls.
Hulks.
I'm just yanking your chain. I will admit that the boss is to a degree. How many Mac 10s have you got?
Yeah, that continually like questioning with when I've been making Zombus, I'm like, okay, like how do I handle a Mac 10s? Like
Range. You handle them with range.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, we
that's kinda
coordinated well there. And as I said, the thing is that I had its max health cap at the amount of health you get when there's 12 players, so there's actually some incentive for not dying earlier on.
you should have it so that it scales all the way, but only on even numbers, so it's more advantageous for there to be an odd number of survivors remaining.
Why?
Just to create some sort of a weird 4D chess that the survivors have to play.
create some sort of strange.
This is what we call
meta.
depth.
Is it? Put the thing in.
There, trap, open this.
For God's sakes, open the silo doors.
Open the door.
They're killing us.
Open the door.
Yeah, that explosion is real big and real dangerous, so be
Are you
careful.
exploiting someone is exploiting the zombie spawn, so they're not going to move out. like standing on the container.
Oh, I didn't even know that was an option.
I think it was gun guy.
Yeah, the zombies have an issue where they try to attack things that are above or below them.
Yeah, that's not really an issue with the map so much as it is just the AI.
Fuck.
I say it's just overall an issue of after one of the ZMR, these zombies re-aggro way too quickly to the point you can't really manage them.
Oh yeah, you can't micro your fucking zombies. This ain't StarCraft.
You used to be able, you could set them to like a defensive posture and then they almost ignore players if you told them to walk somewhere.
I think you can still do that.
You can, I think.
It doesn't work quite as well as you'd expect, though.
My APM was too fucking
Yeah, it is a skill issue, man. It's your skill.
Oh, that's just adding insult to injury, those lasers.
Yeah, I'm working on trying to make a better ending for the map.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! I wanted to test.
I mean, it feels like a lot of this
just
map
fall
just
under the tracks. That they try to
It feels
cross.
like a lot of this map just ends up being you shooting directly into zombie spawns.
Yeah.
That's like the most fun part of Xeon. What are you talking about?
Let me be the ZM, please. Let
No,
me
the
have
most fun part of CM
Of
was the
entertainment.
barrel rob, but then they killed me.
Oh, fuck. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, to
Oh, shit, the
people who
train
didn't
crashed.
get to play it, to people who didn't get a chance to play it last time, what do you think?
Time.
Nobody is thinking.
Nobody has any
great.
thoughts.
Fantastic.
Really good. But I'm biased because I've seen it already.
This map reminds me of my old childhood house. Life. Quite freaky.
As I've said, I like it. Please don't change textures on the map, because, you know, they give a vibe of
This looks interesting.
2000s game. And
Ah!
yeah, and also
That was
Hidden
close.
Conflict too. And please add Unreal Tournament music and that TTD music too. Yeah, fuck it.
The Unreal Tournament music, I guess I should use the one that's used on the train
Convoy?
map in Unreal
Yeah,
Tournament.
that one, of course.
Or is there is a
They
train one?
redo the stairs on your map.
In Unreal Tournament
How much
1,
of the
which is
file
one
size
he's
of the map
talking
at the
about,
moment
there
is
was a
dictated
train.
by the music you've already got in it?
A few
Sorry, please
megabytes, I'm
repeat.
sure.
But there was a train map on the first Unreal Tournament.
Nice one, gun guy.
Yeah, and also you can add that TTD music too. Why not?
Yeah, I mean that will mean that by that point, like we are probably going to start to approach half of the compressed map size will be music. Because it's actually, when compressed, it's actually a surprisingly small map. Like downloads quite quickly.
You can't compress it anymore.
It's
The
already
music
compressed.
doesn't really compress because it's already compressed. That's the thing.
I mean, as everyone knows, the larger the file size, the better the map, right? Right?
Right.
This is all music.
For a ZMR map, there's not a lot on the F1 menu.
Well, it's not a ZMR map, it's a ZM map that was broken, and then Mehis fixed it, and by recompiling it and changed the prefix when he did.
Alright.
That's what I call a skill solution.
Little
doesn't
tiny
it-
pink square.
Doesn't look too old to me.
Yeah, I'd say I know too much. I will say as well, you're not wrong in that a lot of it ends up being shooting into zombie spawns, but I feel like a lot of zombie master maps
I have
turn
no ammo weapons. I have no ammo weapons.
I mean, that's like the.
and I'm sort of constrained by the general concept, you know? Like, there's only so much space in the map, unfortunately. And I know that's my own fault for designing it that way. But, you know, I can't have, like, crazy elaborate zombie spawns.
No, maybe you could have zombies jumping off of the sides as the thing going by. That'd be tricky, but
Hey, you're right. People hate their zombies going to waypoints. That's the problem with
Time to go.
zombies that are, like, spawning on the ground. They don't
the way
go
we
to
came.
waypoints.
I just got fucked in the ass too by this mod.
Follow Freeman.
Yeah, I saw you just get launched into the air. What happened to you?
yeah, I mean, generally I would just say use a trigger push and just launch them.
Yeah, but they still won't.
good idea.
I guess they'll move towards players, and rally points aren't that important in that map. Which are mostly.
I had no ammo or guns.
Guys, we have
Couldn't
a
find
slight
anything.
problem.
So I had guns, but I don't have any ammo.
I guess you found the underlying compression method then.
What's a DDS?
Some variety of image compression, I'm going to assume.
Back up, back up, back up.
Oh, I had no idea that actually works.
Well,
You got barreled.
Yeah.
Roger made it out. Hope still prevails. So what you're saying is it'd be super easy for us to just convert the entirety of Oblivion into zombie basketball. That's what I'm hearing you say, Sherlock.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty Sky Oblivion.
Wait.
No, be easy to convert the textures over, is what I'm hearing from this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Is it
probably.
worth, you know? Are there any memorable places in Oblivion to play in? Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. Where?
Arena map.
The Imperial City was a pretty notable
Yeah.
location.
I thought about Imperial City too, but anything else?
There's a lot of very
real
generic
underwhelming
dungeons in Elder Scrolls
size.
games.
Shivering
Can you
Isles.
repeat, please?
Kvatch.
Like, I don't know if you compare
the
the
Oblivion
fucking Imperial
destroyed one.
City when even
a
Vivek
bit of
City is
reminder.
more impressive. That's from this game.
It's you, the hero of Kvatch.
I just remember my favorite moment in that game was when I was talking to a lady at one point during the main quest, and she's like, "It'll be an honor to fight beside the hero of Kvatch." And I went down and hit the rumors thing, and she's like, "Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you?"
Yeah, Oblivion.
I always just enjoy with that the beggars that you go up to and talk to, and they go, "Spare a coin for a beggar," and then you ask them about rumors, and they go, "I've heard that there's a group of Daedra in the nearby area." Like their tone just changes completely.
They do that when you give them a coin and they will say, "Thank you, kind sir." In a completely different voice.
I suppose at that point they take you in as one of their own. That's why they speak.
Yeah, they just talk to you like a normal person.
That's how.
Section was a mistake.
See what I just did there?
What I wanted to remind you that in Oblivion you can't have inside of buildings, you know? It doesn't work like in Source. its own different map. So yeah.
Yes, I mean that's well. You say you can't. They
could
did
do it. It's just
I mean,
not-
I think
it's
the
not
reason they
efficient.
didn't is because of optimization reasons, and also I'm going to assume as well that they couldn't figure out how to get rain not to go into buildings or something. That seems like the sort of thing that Bethesda won't be able to figure out.
Also reminder that indoors are bigger than outdoors too.
Bad enough in Source as it is.
Bring those barrels, we're gonna need them.
I don't have any ammo.
Just throw your gun.
Rocks.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
That barrel came back at a fair old pace. Right, throw and barrel.
Shoot it!
Barrel number 2.
Wait a second.
No, I'm dead.
Control.
Oh my god!
Oh fuck.
That was a good thing.
Fucking knocked out the barrel off of me. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. I don't give it to me. I don't care.
No.
15 HP.
That's the thing about this particular bit of this map. It is impossible to progress if the zombie master decides that you shouldn't.
Pretty funny and fun.
You can just spawn shamblers here indefinitely until the survivors run out of ammo, and then that's just it.
Gun guy, why?
We can do this, please.
Come to think of it, maps from Bethesda aren't really fit, for Zombie Master.
Of course they're not. I was joking around. I would never have thought that any of them would work, frankly.
Oblivion with guns.
Some maps from Unreal Tournament may work. Especially those with,
Oh, thanks,
Well, specifically the assault maps from Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, assault
because
maps. Yeah,
assault maps are essentially in the same vein as the predominant zombie master map styles.
What the hell?
Like there are, as far as I classify it, there are basically 4 kinds of zombie master map. There's survival maps, there's sort of mini-game maps, there's
I don't want to sniper.
find stuff maps, like scavenging maps, and there's point-to-point objective maps.
Yeah,
AKA assault maps from Unreal Tournament. And assault maps are by far the most common type of zombie master map because frankly, they're the most fun.
And they
Wait,
work.
zombie master map.
I did make grain effects in a map at one point. They were a bit jank and weird, but I made them and I kept them in there.
That's the map we still can't play because we need the new release that has the fixed lasers in it.
Yeah, which I could still just go back and fix that map if I've now, come out of my mapping hibernation. I mean, it's less necessary now because, the rain generally looks better in the game anyway. But I just made that rain because it looked fancier than the built-in stuff.
Oh, well, guys, we have the thing again with the meat. It's purple.
Purple meat.
You'll have to elaborate or send me a link to what you're about, Sherlock, I think. But I'll be interested to see. I'm always interested to learn about weird Source Engine bullshit.
Every time a rain drops, the grass sprite grows, but the grass sprite is colored like the water. And it disappears after growing up.
I'm assuming this is something to do with like it uses the detail
that
proper
Death Stranding?
detail sprites.
It's really easy for one guy to just scoop all the ammo.
Wow, I tried to push past there and I misjudged that. Very much so.
Did you just guys get wiped out by the boulder?
Yes.
That was one of the
Really be
shittiest
avoided.
boulder traps in ZM, and it just got like 8. Oh, okay, a bit less than that. Still.
The barrel
You know,
exploded,
in
it
five.
pushed it out.
That was like 5
Oh, I just
people.
found a secret Mac 10.
It got 5
How the
people
fuck
because I
did
was
you
already
get to that
dead,
even?
so...
It kept
Just kept
rolling, you know?
rolling.
Yeah. It was like, what the fuck? Does it roll this much usually? Because I was fucking surprised. Oh, it was cause, you know, the barrel.
Do not question the source engine physics. Do not question Havoc.
Whoa! Fantastically placed zombie spawns in this map. You know, the sort of just they appear out of thin air right in the middle of the path you have to walk through.
It's from that era of ZM map.
I might have an
I
idea
thought it was
for a map.
acceptable to put zombie spawns in the player's path.
Oh, that's just the style at the time.
Like maybe like Half-Life 2 maps or something. Convert them over somehow. Highway 17 would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I
Highway
think
17
that's...
would run into the issue that
There is a map called
survivors have
ZM
a
underscore.
massive advantage.
There's a map called ZM underscore HL2 coastline. It's awful. Don't play it.
Well, I mean, there's also a map called ZM underscore Ravenholm, which is literally just a chunk of Ravenholm.
That's
turned
actually
into, like, a
okay. That map.
survival
The
and
thing with the problem with the
scavenging
HL2 coastline map is that all they did was just take a bit of that map and then just slap down a load of unrestricted zombie spawns all over the place.
Did you ever play the Ravenhold map on Left 4 Dead 2?
No, I've not played that.
It just rains zombies from the fucking roofs, dude. It's insane.
I was just gonna say, I think the thing is they'd just be very stilted, Sherlock, because there's a lot of loading screens in Half-Life 2.
Yeah, you'd have to like compile maps together or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if I was doing it, I could
That's
like,
illegal.
It would be like 3 Half-Life map sizes.
Oh yeah, you've got to combine several together.
I meant
Like
it more as my
Half-Life 2
arrogance
maps were
thinking
made
I
to
can
run on the
run
computers when
like a
Half-Life bigger
2
2 came out,
the
right?
engine can handle.
That was 20 years ago. Congratulations.
But the thing is that like the engine actually had the capability to do a lot more than the computers at the time had the ability to do.
I still can't believe it runs on the OG Xbox.
I mean, yeah, that's a miracle. But with that, they cut the maps up into smaller pieces, I think, and did a whole bunch of other stuff to make it work.
They
in the
like,
2006
deleted
engine,
a lot of
there's,
stuff.
well, in the 2006 engine, there's still a bunch of flags in Hammer for like Xbox settings. Genuinely, if you open up the 2006 engine version of Hammer, you can see things that are like Xbox specific things. Well, PS3 it was ported later, and it was ported by a different company. They didn't do it themselves. I think EA ported it or something.
The PS3 was console to develop games in. That's why the 360 pretty much ended up winning back then.
The PS3 was difficult to develop for because essentially the Xbox 360 had a much more orthodox architecture in that it had 3 pretty powerful cores as its processor. Right. Meanwhile,
The PS3 had the cell processor.
The PS3 had like a few really powerful cores and then a bunch of less powerful cores. So if you didn't balance things across the cores correctly, it was worse. But if you did, it was a lot more powerful, or a fair bit more powerful. But a lot of platform ports didn't put in the effort for that. Because, I mean, why would you bother, right? When you could just basically port the Xbox.
Should I buy PlayStation 2?
PlayStation 2. I mean, you can emulate the PS2 pretty well these days if you have a good computer. And you do have a pretty good computer, as far as I know. So it's not a tremendous need to purchase a PS2.
Yeah,
I got a PS2 for like $20.
for aesthetics and shit, you know. Get old TV, get PlayStation, and enjoy the life.
That is something that I thought was interesting to learn about. The thing of the different TV standards, because I know that a lot of Americans who grew up playing their, PlayStations or earlier consoles would have been primarily going through composite video, which I never used as a kid. I'm pretty sure the standard by the time, at least by the time the PlayStation came out in the UK, was RGB SCART.
Oh yeah, I always used the SCART.
Yeah, which was, it was basically, if you know, it's sort of something that's a lot more comparable to component video in quality than composite. Like SCART is sort of generally a lot nicer quality. I believe in general it falls somewhere between, like, it's usually better than S-video, but I think it can be worse than components in some situations. Not sure.
I just remember that early HD standard that was just like 5 fucking things. It was like component, but it was like 5. There were just 2 more.
Fantastic. For the most part, composite looked fine to me.
I will say though, SCART has one of the weirder connectors that I've ever seen on a cable. It's an odd one.
It's a chunky one.
You can daisy, I think. You have a plug with 3 ends.
Well, good quality, at least when plugged in right.
Please remind me, does this map have revolver ammo?
Maybe S-Car is similar to S-Video, maybe?
It's, as far as I know, it's a bit higher quality than S-Video.
Jesus Christ, guys, come on.
But I think S-Video basically is composite, so...
But well, S-Video is significantly better. I've seen comparisons of the video signal that comes out of it, and it's a lot nicer. Like, S-Video is a big leap over composite, and SCART is a moderate leap over S-Video for a lot of things.
Barrels?
The fuck?
I was among the barrels before I even knew they were coming.
One of us.
Okay, we have the raft.
Friend.
The Socceroos was a distraction. I have the raft.
Shit, we might play that, space game which we've played once or twice again, because
Unfortunate Spaceman.
yeah, those. Now I remember.
So super fucking weird on that.
No, not that one. Plus, not all of us have it.
I refuse to play that game on servers that don't have like at least 18 plus in the title. I am not playing that game with children.
No,
I'm sorry, I'm not being paid. I refuse to babysit.
Oh fuck.
But Mob, I'm talking about, Spaceman game that we were playing once or twice.
Oh yeah. It's just the Sherlock mentioned Lethal Company. I'm just saying that I don't play that game. I don't join servers that don't have like at least 18 plus in the title because I'm not. Oh, you don't play it multiplayer? Fair enough.
How am I still alive?
Well, according to the game,
I think he means that he doesn't play with random. With randoms.
How did you mention Mob? I don't remember.
So you play on a server then? Like that's what that. If someone hosts, that is a server. That's how servers work.
Oh, how cute.
I've been playing Project Zomboid recently. You should try to get a game of that going.
Oh, well, I'm waiting for the update.
Bullseye.
Oh, which update, Mob? Any of them.
The Project Zomboid update. That's the key.
No, I
the
mean-
context clue there was that he just mentioned Project Zomboid.
No, what exactly in the update are you waiting for, I mean?
The update.
What's going to be in the update?
Yeah, what's gonna
updates.
New content.
be? Yeah, new content, alright.
Because I played the current version a lot.
Ah, got it.
So I wish to wait for new content before I play it more. I don't get why this was so difficult.
What are the new content?
Well, animals for one. I believe they're also adding some new official areas to the map.
Wait, it
What do you
hasn't been
mean? They
updated in 2
updated it
years?
they updated it in the last couple of years or so. What are you talking about? 2019? I'm pretty sure the update to the multiplayer to make it actually functional was in the last few years. Not 2019.
Yeah, because I was wondering, I thought that it gets updates like every couple of months, maybe half of a year.
No, it doesn't get
Not-
especially many updates, but they're working on like an actual content update for it, which they've already said in their new stuff that they're in internal testing for. It's just they want to polish it and make it not shit before they release it, because they don't want to release something shit.
Hello.
I don't even know what the Skull Journal mod is. Do elaborate. Do enlighten me. Oh. Fucking weak-ass baby mode. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'd agree on.
Can someone let the ladder down, please?
I think I did.
No.
Where do I go?
Oh yeah, it's down. Sorry, I had ladder blindness.
Well, it is nice.
Someone on spectate help Dankomancer out.
Oh my god, I'm rolling.
Well, I can teleport him,
You see the big green waterfall? Head to the right-hand side of that. There should be a ladder.
I mean, that's fair, Sherlock. If it helps you keep playing, I mean, from my perspective, the only setting that I change is I really don't like the default setting of how infection works, where it's like, oh, if you get bitten, it's 100%. If you get scratched, it's 25%. If you get lacerated, it's like 75% or something. It's like, no. I just change it to bites over for infection rules. So, like, if you get bitten, you know you're going to be infected and die. If it's, you know, if you get scratched, you're not going to. Because otherwise, I hate this sort of like, well, you're in limbo for the next few days, finding out whether you're just wasting your fucking time.
Yo, pretty fair.
You know, and that is the only setting I changed, though. I don't mind playing with, there being, you die and that's, you're dead and you lose your skills.
If you die, you're dead.
People die when they're killed.
Oh my god, you did not just fucking say that.
Yep, I get that.
But yeah, I just don't like this bullshit. Oh, I guess I'll just wait for the random chance to see whether it kills me. Like, I'm fine with it just being, if I'm bitten, it's 100%, otherwise it's not. Like, what are the zombies carrying on their fucking fingernails? Like, tetanus, sure, but, like, don't give me bullshit about, oh, they infected you by scratching you. Fuck off.
Yeah, pretty based. I agree.
Oh, here we go.
I remember I tried setting the zombie density to low, and it actually felt a lot more, like, realistic.
Cover me.
Yeah, but the issue with that is that it will reduce the challenge, so it depends.
I mean, I still die. Like, I got killed by 2 zombies at one point, and they just fucking wombo comboed me.
I will say I died a lot earlier on. Maybe I don't mind not playing with the skill journal because it didn't frustrate me much to die and lose all the skills. Like, I just went, well, that's the nature of the game. You totally can if you change the server settings, Sherlock. But then you'd stop them from spawning anywhere ever again, I think.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure as well that if you cleared out a town and then you made sure to at least, like, patrol every few days, it'd be fine. I'm pretty sure they only spawn new ones out of the blue in sectors that you've not been to in a while.
I miss this being loud.
What happened to Emergent?
Well, I tried to jump at the top of the elevator and it just glitched my jump and I went up but not forward and so went all the way straight down instead of off the edge.
Oh, get wrecked.
Same happened to Old Death.
Oh, bloody Banshee.
Yeah, I was say I don't mind the whole skill loss on death just because it's like otherwise there's not if you can get all of your skills back and all of your stuff back when you die, there's not really any tension in the game anymore.
Yeah. Fair. I'd agree on that. Played it once with my friend and yeah. Well, losing skills was part of the process.
I have to look it up to see how it works, but yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I feel like it just removes a lot of the impetus not to die. I mean, I guess attributes would still change, so.
But you won't lose a lot, you know. If
I mean,
frequently.
I mean, just don't die, lol. Like that's.
Yeah.
I said don't die, but sure, Zombine.
You twisting his words?
No, English is not my first language, and my headphone is pretty. Just understanding medieval instead of fucking hell. I already forgot the name of the game. Then.
Medieval.
Oh boy, I was playing.
It's just dialogue, evil mob on 4chan.
Medieval, not medieval.
think we said that. Yeah, it's not like the sort of strongest form of evil. Is it's pretty fucking mid.
Mild.
Yeah.
Mid-tier evil.
Mild.
I love the sniper.
When's the wedding?
You love the sniper.
I don't.
Are you sure?
I'm trying to remember how many things actually need you to have that much skill in Zomboid. I can understand it though, for there being a for saving you a bit of time. I think maybe I'd like it more if it was like a partial thing, so there's still some penalty for dying.
Yeah, that's what he was just
Why are
saying.
the benches coming out of the water, Fox?
Well, you lose any XP.
Oh, okay.
He said. Oh shit.
And maybe the carpentry thing doesn't come in very much because we normally start as the classes that we might need to have. So we have someone who does the carpentry. Not everyone has to be good at everything.
Fuck.
God, that's a lot.
We're missing 2 blades.
Where are the blades?
My strategy is usually just to fight. Usually just like use a construction guy because he's got like the short blunt, and then
Cow barrels.
and then I run around looking for axes so that I can have the next guy be a lumberjack.
The reason why I don't worry about it as well is because there's like literally a whole mechanic in the game for skilling up. Like, for skilling up new characters without having to do that. There's game mechanics for that. You find the VHS tapes, you raid the VHS store, and then if you read the book, the skill books, and find the VHS tapes, you can just watch those and regain all of the levels like almost immediately. There is a mechanic in the game for skilling up. Maybe that's why it didn't bother me as much thinking about it. How often are you dying?
Let's get going.
More importantly, how often do you move sofa?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, from my perspective, like something I maybe have to do once every 30 hours of gameplay. Really not that big of a deal. Every 30 hours of gameplay, and it's my fault.
Actually, how often do you move sofas in real life? Wonder.
You need 2 people.
Not if you're good at carpentry.
Unless you... Do you really need 2 people to move sofa?
To move it
Not
a
if
long
you're good at
distance,
carpentry.
yeah. Like,
Yeah, I mean, of course, in long distance. I mean, around your house, around your flat.
Excuse me, it hasn't unlocked the spawns.
Wait, what? The key's not here.
It's here.
It's random.
What the Sigma?
One past it.
Okay, now it's unlocked the spawns.
Sawmill has been found.
We'll find a sawmill at the far end of the valley.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you.
Whoa, up close.
The issue with a Clubhouse Minecraft server is that I only tend to play, the only time I've played Minecraft in a very long time is heavily modded, and I feel like plenty of people here's PCs would explode if they tried to play some of the mod packs.
Mine is not that bad.
Like what?
What do you guys think of the new bone-chilling Minecraft movie reveal?
Bruh.
Oh, I've deliberately not watched the trailer because I value my eyes.
You Even worse is that Nosh is actually saying that he loves it and looks great.
Who says?
Yeah, but since when was the last time Notch had a valid opinion?
Maybe it could have worked.
It's probably
Maybe it
Who
could
made
have worked
Minecraft?
fully animated, but
Papa, who made Minecraft? Nobody, son. It came from the sky.
Whom did? Notch. Well, wanted to. What did I mean? What mods do you use more?
I've not played it in a good long while, but I think the last time I played, I used some sort of some sort of pack that was on the CurseForge launcher.
I guess I'll block it.
It was all the
Can you
mods.
explain to those who don't play Minecraft what mods do you use?
Yeah, I generally try to get the packs that have a mixture of magic and tech mods. So that, you know, you can build some industry and stuff, visit other dimensions, you know, do some weird magic bullshit.
Industrial Craft is pretty good.
Industrial Craft is one of the real classics that just keeps getting ported over and over and over again.
Come on, people!
I think you have too many people in that elevator.
It was always fun whenever you would end up with multiple mods that all just like, there were all these different systems that just didn't really compatible with each other.
Well, the one that got me is where you're just like, okay, which of these 4 wrenches do I need to have? But thankfully, what happened is a bunch of later mods were made that sync all those mods together in certain ways. So you end up with things where it's like, well, that's the thing, the 4 different types of copper don't exist anymore. These days when you play, there's just a mod that unifies things like
Which
that.
means that there's 5 different types of copper.
No.
There's one
it does
type
it
of
quite.
copper. I know the
Like
joke
it'll
you're
add a
going
fifth
for,
type
but
of
no,
copper
it
and
actually,
remove all of the others.
works.
So that all the different mods that have their own copper variants all use the same copper variant.
Like, it actually does a really good job of unifying all that shit. There are still some things here and there where things have different functionalities that you couldn't unify them. Like, I'm pretty sure there were at least a couple of different mods at various points that added their own hacksaw, for example. But in general. And then you have things of like the interesting compatibility things that were added where you get like, back in the day I remember there being Buildcraft and Industrial Craft, and there was an electric motor that used Industrial Craft energy in order to produce Buildcraft power.
And then you could use Buildcraft oil to make like diesel for Industrial Craft energy.
Yeah, my approach was always to try and build an infinite or borderline infinite power source by abusing various combinations of the mods. Like, my favorite one I ever built, even though it wasn't like the most effective one I ever built, was I got into Thorncraft and built a horde of 2 different types of golems. The one type would harvest crops, the other type would replant crops, I think. No, well, the one type would harvest crops and leave the stuff on the ground. The other type would pick and like replant. The other type would pick up stuff on the ground and take it and put it in a chest. And what I had was they ran the farm, which then went into bioreactors, which then made biofuel, which was burned in a giant boiler that was from Railcraft that went into a steam... the steam from that went into a steam turbine, which then made me basically infinite amounts of power.
Bloody hell.
I just remember
Go on.
Yeah, I remember the equivalent exchange mod with Psalmcraft, where it's just, I think one of them considered obsidian way more valuable than the other.
What is going on with these corpses? It's destroying my
Sorry, Moji, you were going to say, I seem to remember, and then you didn't...
Well, my infinite power solution I recall from the last time we played was Mystic Agriculture uranium plants in industrial closures, and then feeding that all of that uranium into a bigger reactor. The bigger reactors mod.
Prepare to get punchy.
And I think I had a fairly low power base last time because I used a lot of that mechanism-based one, the one that has like more moving pieces. So I had like a bunch of windmills set up that then had like pulleys and things going down to link it all into the system.
Cover my back. Oh shit.
Get wiped the fuck out.
Oh no, is it meant to be jumping?
Why are you so evil, Major?
What happened?
Which is when I saw someone sitting there in the middle, I thought, oh, they must be about to do like a dramatic jump out of the way at the last moment or something. No.
No, I just sat there.
He accepted his fate.
I had no idea a train was coming.
What?
I heard the siren.
How did you know? I had no idea if the train's coming because, you know, there is a train fucking in front
Train
of you.
noise.
Plus sounds.
And everybody ran away.
Except Dang.
You're in there.
So fuck's. Oh my god. Ow! What the fuck is this door?
Major is on rampage.
Mudger is laughing at Mudger.
Nerfed that fucking door. Holy shit. Oh, here's the back then.
Major gone postal. Oh, fuck benches.
That was a cracking shot. So which
Maybe I should have had a Mudger boss in my map. Maybe that was my mistake.
Maybe.
Maybe Mudger should be driving the train.
You know?
Die!
Make him land on your train.
Rocket?
Yeah, can I? Maybe. Psycho, should I extract this Mudger model and the rocket from this map and make it so that just randomly in my map the Mudger can just sort of fall down and land on the railways?
The rocket is just from episode 2, by the way. You know, it's not easy to extract it.
No.
Still. Oh yeah, true. It's just included in the content. So yeah, if I just maybe I should just have him fall somewhere.
Found it.
And have him
I feel like this is feature creep incarnate you're going about here.
No, you say that as if that would be fucking easy, but yes, I'm not going to actually do it unless I make cool things that matter to the map first, like a better
Well,
ending.
you know, you
also
could
one
have
hit from
the train boss fire Mudger missiles, you know?
Well, I was thinking about, like, I will say,
spray
if the train had been like too weak of a boss, I was thinking about adding some sort of super missile thing. But it turns out that apparently the train seems to be currently pretty well balanced most of the time. Like, it mostly seems to cause people a moderate amount of problems. Which is pretty much the point of it. It's meant to be like something that thins the herd a bit but doesn't kill everyone.
Got banshees.
Sure is.
Oh
no.
Unlucky.
Respect.
Went out on his own terms.
Oh, there was nothing much I could do.
Yep,
Other than storm
pretty much.
around.
Yeah, 2 more TV. Psych always nominates his maps. Psych, where is that music from the start of the map?
Which map now? What the...
Previous map.
Well, it's from the guy who made the music for ZMR. Red Dahl or whatever. It should be in the F1 menu.
Yeah, fair.
I click F1, I see red.
Oh my god.
Well, not in this one, obviously.
Wow.
Wow, those beams just fucking hate existence.
I'm pretty impressed by that.
Okay, looks like we got them both.
So, are we speedrunning this map?
We always speed every map. Oh! Okay, got a man down.
Not always. But we can do this map. Zombian been uncanny quiet last rounds.
Maybe he's crashed.
Maybe he's still embarrassed about the Goatsi thing. Maybe that's gonna be.
Well, one time I got two people with that brick cart crap.
Anymore.
What's happening?
Zombian is quiet. It's uncanny.
Oh.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
I like come up, I was like, oh.
Oh, I see. I was going to say, I felt like the whole saying it looked like goatsy thing was a bit of a stretch, but I realised there's a problem with saying that.
What the fuck?
Come to me. Come.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I'm just I'm behind because I went off to go and get myself a nice bottle of cider.
Yes.
Yummy.
Is
Not a
it
nice bottle of
alcoholic?
cum.
Yes. Come to me. Come. Yes. Come to me. Come.
Are you
It's a
drinking
nice
from
bottle
chalice?
of
Yes. Come to me.
I am not. It's a nice bottle of Healy's Texan-style Cornish hard cider.
Come to me. Come.
Is it alcoholic? Can you remind me?
Cider.
Yes, because
Come to me.
everywhere except the United States, cider is automatically alcoholic, and the fact that it says hard cider means that even Americans would know it's alcoholic.
We should call
I
it
mean,
cider.
it's not
It's
that
just
popular
really
here.
solid liquid.
Light of lights be with you.
It's just frozen.
Cider ice cold.
It's not especially alcoholic. Like it's, I think in the realm of like 3 or 4%.
Wait, how is it hard?
Like,
What the fuck? I've
4.5.
got sent flying.
Well, because it has alcohol in it. Americans call any cider with alcohol in it hard cider because their normal
any
cider
drink with-
is just fucking spiced apple juice, essentially.
Oh, weird.
You call any
I
drink
bought,
that
like,
has
some
alcohol in it hard.
British cider in the stores here. It was like 8%.
Oh, we do have that as well. It's just this is more of a casual drink and not a get fucked up drink.
Yeah, I made the mistake of buying that as my evening drink, and then I would just.
What drink? What was it? Do you happen to recall what it was called?
The Henry something.
Oh, okay. So that's sort of a decent one. Is that Henry Weston's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an alright cider. But yes, some are more strong than others. There's one that I quite like that's 6%.
I mean, I like the taste, but afterwards I was knackered.
I've got this one is 5%, but it's only a 330ml bottle, so.
My condolences.
I mean, good on you, Sherlock. It's good for your health not to.
Yeah, I never drank. Or
I haven't drank since it's 9.
To be honest, I never drank too. That's why I was
money
wondering about
savings have been
cider.
incredible.
Plus, to be honest, it's not
I
popular in my
lived,
country.
bitch.
I am an absolute teetotaler.
I
don't drink tea.
I very rarely drink.
What do you drink usually, Murder? What do you drink?
Cider, actually.
Cider. Is it like
one of my
local
greatest
cider?
discoveries
You know,
in the UK
it's like
during
beer,
my
but
brief
not
visit
shit.
was cherry cola, because it's sugar-free and it's so delicious.
Oh yeah, it's good shit.
Shit, now I want some sugar-free cherry cola. What the fuck?
They don't sell that where I live, or if they do, it's like expensive in small cans and not worth it.
Oh yeah, I mean we get cherry Coca-Cola and cherry Pepsi, both sugar-free variants available. Fairly normal.
Like I just drank a Coca-Cola now. Can.
What the?
Ow!
You just said
While I drink alcoholic drinks, you know, on a semi-regular basis, I don't get drunk especially often. Because
Well, we can't blame you for drinking. We can't blame you for drinking. You live in UK after all.
my dude, you live in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, you live in Eastern Europe. Okay, you can't talk.
Like that is like isn't Eastern Europe the capital of unhealthy drinking habits? With you know the amount of one of the capitals of it with the amount of vodka consumed.
Yeah, but that would have to go enormously out of our way in order to get use that route, wouldn't we? You got to go around the other side of the building and then climb over the truck.
With that megaphone in.
Believe it or not, but I don't drink alcohol. And I also don't drink tea and coffee.
The thing I will say is, you know, where someone
You only drink
has
blood because you're a vampire, actually.
No, I do this.
I feel like compared to most people I know, I'm fairly, you know, I'm sort of actually fairly light on all this stuff just because of the fact that drinking is about the only thing I do. I don't and have never smoked. I've never taken any variety of drugs. Like, alcohol is about the only thing that's even in vaguely that category that I do have.
Yes, cowboy, I drink kvass, but pretty much rarely. Are you fucking kidding me? You haven't drink kvass, Shelly? The fuck? Get in the shop and buy one.
Yes, go now before the shops close. You should still have like an hour left.
Yes. What I drink usually is a mix of sparkling and mineral water for whatever reason. I like it.
Oh, we got income.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the world's largest blood splatters. Why are those blood splatters so large?
Water. This is so strange to me. I would not voluntarily drink hot water on its own. Also, I wouldn't voluntarily drink carbonated water. Like, it just tastes like
Oh
TV
no,
static.
that would just make me sick.
It tastes like
That's a very creative way of putting it, Mob. That it tastes like tea.
Well, it's not mine, I'm afraid, but I saw it on the internet, but it describes it so perfectly. Like, to me, sparkling water tastes like analog TV static. Like, that's how it tastes in my mouth.
For me, I find it tastes salty even if there's nothing in it.
To be honest, I've drank sparkling water like most of my life. I'm fine
I
with
guess that's because all sparkling water is slightly acidic due to the sparkliness. So maybe that's what I'm feeling.
The CO2 is acidic, I believe.
Funny thing, I don't drink hot water too. I only drink it from the fridge, you know. I don't drink what it has to be cold for me. I don't know. I just like.
Everybody knows that the best water is the one that's boiled in the kettle by your grandma.
Can you repeat, please? I've been listening to sentence.
Everyone knows the best water is the one that your grandma boils in the kettle.
Also, Tattoo, you don't shoot him, please. He's invulnerable.
Wait till the shield disappears and then shoot him.
Yeah.
I will say
which, you
that
could help us.
probably back to the back to the thing of cider again. I do have a couple of bottles of cider in the cupboard right now, Skull, which is more along the lines of what you were talking about, where it was the Duncan's vintage celebration stuff. They were celebrating being open for a certain number of years, and it's a 7.5% alcohol by volume cider that's in a 660 ml bottle. It's a lot of fucking alcohol. It's a bit much.
Oh yeah.
It's very nice. Like, the thing is, it's very tasty. Like, I wouldn't drink it just for the alcohol content. Like, it's a very nice drink.
That's how I felt for it. I was younger back then, so I had a little tolerance. But point is, it was really tasty, so I kind of just I drank it really fast, and then it hit me even harder. So then I was like,
British style cider is kind of. Yeah, but British style cider is kind of its own thing. Nowhere else really makes it, because you have like the Swedish ciders that are sold in a lot of places, but they tend to be sweeter and fruitier. Like British style cider.
The local ones we have here are
British
quite
thing.
different.
Yeah, like, and even in Britain, like the main places that make it is the southwest mostly. Like, it's not made everywhere in the UK. Like, you know, you tend to have like beer breweries basically everywhere, but in terms of cider, it's pretty much the southwest makes most of the cider that comes out of the UK, I think.
I've lost it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's why I don't drink beer, because like I'm not in it for the alcohol content. I like the taste of this stuff. So, nice. But I don't like beer. I think it tastes awful.
I always kind of wanted to try mead.
It's probably just going to taste like beer with a little bit of sweetness on top, and if you don't already like the underlying flavor, there probably won't be much there for you.
Quite the variety of them, because the strength varies so much.
There's a type of alcohol American drink called bourbon, I think. Is that like their version of whiskey?
But it's bourbon whiskey.
It's literally whiskey, but it's different ingredients, so they called it bourbon.
Yeah, I don't really come across the bourbon name, but we do have
bourbon whiskey.
I like me some sake.
I helped out listing a lot.
I like the sweeter. I like the sweeter sakes, but I don't like just straight up sake, because I don't like wine, and let's face it, it's rice wine at the base level. But like a sweet plum sake, I like.
Anyone ever heard of cachaça or pinga?
I tried some basic sake with a friend. We didn't like it. It just tasted like alcoholic water with a weird aftertaste.
Well, from my perspective, it just kind of tasted somewhere around like somewhere between. I see. For me, I don't like wine, and it has a lot of the same flavor profile as other kinds of wine. I felt normal sake. So
Pinga, actually, the pingas meme from YouTube poops from Sonic. Pingas is a type of Brazilian alcoholic beverage.
Of course, it's
when I was a
Thank
kid,
you for reminding me about Sonic.
No, when I was
about him in a while.
I thought he was Pingas, not Pingas. Only later I. Pingas.
Caca.
Alright, story time.
Reggie, you said that you handled rare whiskies.
Yeah, I did.
Yes?
Sorry, Skull. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying, Skull, and I'll then say what I was going to say. Sorry. Apologies.
Yeah, because I thought it was related to whiskey. So yeah, a few years ago, me and my friend were watching The Lighthouse, and it's like the guys are drinking some alcohol. And on my first viewing, I thought, well, it's set in the UK, so they're probably having like scotch or something. And then on my second viewing, I found out that was pure gin they were drinking.
Yeah, I mean, gin's a similar percentage to scotch or anything like that. I get it.
Yeah, but they were drinking.
Some
it
people
raw
really like
without...
gin. I am okay with gin in a gin and tonic.
My dad's always been a very big gin guy.
I mean, there's a very big difference between drinking it raw and drinking it with a tonic.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember
in the movie they had nothing else, so they
that
drank it raw, and that's just
There's a story that my brother always tells where he says he took some of the gin from the liquor cabinet once, and then just like my dad just like talked to him the next day. He's like, "Will, seriously, if you're gonna take the something from the liquor cabinet, don't take the Tanqueray."
Yeah, I was gonna say
one of my brother's friends just added to it. He said, "Well, if you take the Tanqueray, what am I gonna put on my cereal?"
But I was just going to say, yes, you mentioned about Reggie. You handled sort of rare whiskies and stuff. Not so much rare, but just sort of like a moderately expensive bottle of whiskey. I don't know if I've ever heard someone swear as hard and mean it as much as when I went to a sort of local wine and beer shop near me that also sells a lot of like whiskies and things. They've got like a big wall of gin. Like it's a really great place. But I went in there to get a whiskey for my dad for Christmas because he likes his whiskey. So I went in there and I asked about it, and I picked out one that I think was a sort of around the like 45, 50 pound mark, like a good gift, right?
Yeah, that's good price.
And he was getting it down and basically he put it down and was just sort of like moving it around to sort of wrap it up. And I think it was one of those ones that's in like a cardboard tube with a cap on the top, and the cap popped off the top and the bottle shot out and smashed on the floor. And I don't know if I have ever heard someone swear and mean it as much as when he went then. There was like a slight pause as we... Fuck! I don't know if I've ever heard someone swear and mean it quite that hard.
Oh, that was like heartbreaking, I bet.
Yeah. It's like, man, this guy, I can tell this guy I feel like this guy doesn't swear that often because he didn't do that casually. There was real meaning and strength behind that.
Well, at least it wasn't 100 and...
Yeah, the context, Zombie, was that I was in there to buy I was in this local wine and beer shop to buy a bottle of whiskey that was around the 45, 50 pound mark. And the guy, as he got it out on the counter, the cap popped off of the tube that contained the bottle, and the bottle fell on the floor and smashed. And he wasn't a happy man.
Yeah, I handle whiskey that are like over 50 years old, some even 100, and they're all worth about several hundred pounds. That hasn't been opened because they all get kept in these wine cellars.
What the fuck?
Well, not whiskey.
How much damage does those explosions do?
Kept in
Quite a lot. You have to go on the far side of the house to avoid them.
So, like, we got a lot of wine that has been bottled for almost half a century, or well over a century. Sometimes they're from Victorian times. So my friend acquires these from all over pretty much around
cigar. I've never smoked a thing in my life, Zombie. Ah! I'm okay.
What do you think of...
Oh, go on.
What do you think of people who smoke that? How is that Zoomer shit called?
Well, vape. Well, it's a fad, but it's a pretty sad one. Because it was originally invented by a Chinese guy.
Yeah, who wanted to cure his death. Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, pretty much. You know. No, and it didn't even cure him because he still smokes cigarettes to this day.
But
Well, that is the issue. For a lot of people, it's become a thing that, like, it's in addition to, not something that they're doing to replace smoking, and then that doesn't do any good for anyone.
Why would they do
Well, for me it works, but now I consume more nicotine because I hit my vape 24/7.
Well, that's the problem as well. Like, it just becomes a larger problem of actual addiction.
more dependent?
But I'm not coughing out tar, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you still have the risk of getting the weird, like, crackle lung thing, but, like, it's less bad for you, I think.
I thought.
No, it's not less bad. I mean, it's...
Like, I say it's
unknown.
It's definitely less bad for you. Like, there is an amount that you can, there is an amount that you can vape, and it probably won't do you any harm. There is no amount that you can smoke, and it probably won't do you any harm.
I mean, my grandmother smoked so much over the course of her life and never got lung cancer. Just died of completely unrelated causes.
It can happen.
Yeah, but some people are just lucky like that.
It probably added to her oxidative stress and eventually killed her.
At what age
The
did she
safest
die?
smokes without any taste,
I don't remember how old she was when she died. She was
She
pretty
died at the
fucking old, though.
it never made her ill, and she died at the ripe old age of 37. She lived a rich, full life.
She was at least 80.
Yeah, some people just get really fucking lucky with that shit,
And then there's, I seem to recall seeing recently that David Lynch is now essentially completely housebound. And why is all of this smoke still here?
The fuck do you mean
For the
by
same
that?
reason that the smoke hung around in my map as well. I think some things just don't reset around restart something.
Yeah, Lynch gets really winded now, right? Like, his lungs have gone bad.
Yeah, he's basically on oxygen constantly because his lungs are packed in.
Oh shit! Excuse me, help line out, please.
Oh, is there a whole fuck?
I think you just have bad luck.
I don't know if there was, but I just knew that you were standing in the way of the only chance we had. But I think we were both dead anyway. Don't worry about it, man.
We were trapped.
Oh, that's
he wasn't staying there because he wanted to shoot you. He couldn't play.
There was there's like a little roof just outside my window, Sherlock, and there was a period of time where I had an upstairs neighbour that smoked, and they kept chucking their cigarette butts out the window, and they would land on this little roof outside my window. I was just like, dude, I genuinely ended up just saying to the guy, like, I don't mean to be that guy, but could you not chuck them out the window because they just land on my windowsill, and I would really rather it not catch fire.
What did he say?
Yeah, what did he say?
He said he would stop. I don't know if he did because he was out of there quite quickly because apparently he was an awful fucking tenant. Surprise, surprise, the person that throws cigarettes out the window is an awful tenant. Wow, we've seen that coming.
Probably a very unpleasant person.
You live in your own flat, right?
I don't know. I'm still renting. I'm still gonna. I have some money that I would like to purchase a place with. I just haven't found a place yet.
How much are flats in your place? Oh, let's take it if you want. Yeah, how much are the flats in your place, Mob?
Oh yeah, isn't there a new version of Rock and Stone?
What's that?
Oh, that? Oh, that? Right.
Earth
He's
to
dead.
there.
This'll do nicely.
Oh, that. Is the new Rock and Stone version? Right.
No, he's dead. Oh, no, he's alive.
Is there a new Rock and Stone version? Yeah, well, maybe let's play it then. Next map.
What's new?
ZM Rock and Crash Zombie and ZM.
Yes.
Maybe this version that is fixed.
Yeah, maybe version is fixed, you know?
Maybe it crashes everybody but Zombine.
Yeah, would be fun.
This actually happened in some map. I'm not sure which. There, but not me. I don't really
That's what I
remember the
call
name.
acceptable sacrifice.
I think it's the truck one with the fall-off music in the background.
No.
Fallout music, what?
No.
The one with the bus where you pilot a giant.
Yeah. He's talking about bus ride. Bus ride has full of music.
I think it is, yeah. There was a time.
Is that Fallout music?
Yes, from the start of the game there is Fallout music.
I mean, obviously I know the exact song you're talking about, but like,
Just that song that plays on the YouTube Chernobyl core video.
It's the song from early Fallout games, but I think it's included in New Vegas. Wait, the map is changed?
Yeah, like there's this video on YouTube where a guy just goes to the core of Chernobyl and the music from Bus Ride is playing.
Yeah,
Like he shows you
call
the
it
elephant's foot or something.
does he touch the elephant's foot?
Does he
I don't
stick
think
his
he
dick in
does.
it?
I don't think he does, times 2. Wow, this keyring is freaking out.
Mob is back.
Mob.
Hello.
Hello, Mob. How far are you from capital?
Other side of the country.
How can I buy?
In miles or
Oh my
kilometers,
God.
I mean.
Keith,
I'll give you a rough estimate of that when I dive. Is that cool?
Okay. I wanted to ask because wonder how much flats in your place, how much are they?
What? How much is the flat where I am? I mean, for my flat, which is a decently sized but one bed flat, it's costing me about £700.
Oh my god.
Stop! I mean, I thought that you're looking, for flat prices to buy, not to rent.
Oh, well, I'd be looking to buy a house, buddy, not a flat, if I can help it.
Oh, what? You want to buy a mansion, yo?
Yeah, Mom, just buy a
I'm
castle
just
in
looking at like a.
Scotland.
I'm looking at like a 2-bed terrace or something.
Well, how much a house is in your place?
I mean, for the sort of 2-bed houses that I'm looking at, I'd be, we're looking anywhere up to £250,000.
The fuck is that? Is expensive? What the fuck?
very
Yes,
expensive.
welcome to the UK where housing costs all of the everything ever.
Ours are worth about, ours is a semi-detached parents, and that's about 300,000 estimate.
Yeah, sounds about right. That sounds very similar to my area.
Wanted to ask how many square meters is that, but I guess you don't know.
I could probably give you an answer, but they won't be massive, I assure you.
least it'll keep